Hello, ladies and gentlemen. In this episode, we're going to talk about overheated all-wheel drives, temperature warnings, and the lack thereof.
And let's see, the message went away.
We will be concentrating on two platforms that I'm very familiar with. I drove Subarus for 5 years, and I've been driving my Honda Passport for 3 years. For educational purposes, we will be referencing the Driving Sports TV video about the Outback Wilderness versus the Honda Passport Trail Sport. And sorry, my mug has to be on the screen, but in order for this to be a legit reaction video, you gotta deal with this.
The all-wheel drive system did overheat. Even though it was just for an instant, it still complained. The Subaru did not complain at all.
So this is very dangerous. Just because you don't get a heat warning from a Subaru doesn't mean that it's not in very dangerous temperatures, damaging the internals of the transmission, engine, or differentials.
Right here, these are the wombat holes, so this could get a little tough. Momentum will have to be used. I think with enough momentum, he could probably get through it though. These wombat holes aren't as deep as before. Yeah, this one's kind of tough up here. Let me go scooch up, get a better view. So there we go. There's multiple phases to it, so now this is like the last phase, the deeper rut. But let him search for the line, and then he could bump up it.
So this is my friend Bailey, aka Go Adventure, and he's such an amazing contributor to this overlanding community. He answers lots of Q&A on his Instagram, so make sure to give him a follow. And here's also a link to his YouTube channel. He doesn't post up too much as of right now, but that might change in the future. And if it does, I'm sure he'll be able to give you all some very helpful information.
I think he needs to turn his wheel straight. When you turn your wheel straight, you have maximum torque. Maximum torque. Yeah, I think he just needs to back up and just give it a bump. I guess I'll get out there, get some footage for you guys.
Ooh.
So it's limiting me.
Yeah, my transmission got up to 210, which is
A little warm.
it's hot for. I mean,
70, like,
Well, CVT is fine to go up to like 280, 290 for light trips.
oh shit. Yeah.
his transmission light just came on.
Okay.
Overheating.
You know what? Let's. We don't need to damage anyone's car. That's why I wasn't too keen on this trail. It's deceiving, but after the creek, we go up 830 feet in a 1 mile. That's freaking crazy steep.
Why it's so steep?
Yeah, it's crazy steep. So even though it goes up gradually the entire way, and that's why you don't notice how steep it is.
It's cold out here.
Hey, a rat just jumped in your car.
Yeah, it did.
It's probably looking for cheese.
Oh, hello. Muddy feet and all.
That was pretty hilarious. All right. I mean, seriously, with this winch, he could get to a lot of places I can't. Super cool. All right, you're clear now. You're clear. Hey, so why don't we do this? There's places to pull over here. Why don't we all find a spot, pull over, let's let the CVT cool down. And then there's a Jeep behind us. We could let that Jeep or whoever's behind us kind of pass by. So as you saw there, Bailey would not know his Crosstrek was getting hot unless he had the Scangauge 2.
Always does that. Heck yeah.
So because of the ruts here, the Outback Wilderness with its open differentials, the lack of crawl gears, and the operation of the CVT, it would have a tough time. So the test course that Ryan took the Passport on doesn't allow the iVTM4 equipped Honda to shine, right? So it has a 9-speed automatic transmission with a 20.4 to 1 crawl ratio. Just to put that in perspective, that's a Toyota Tacoma in second gear, 4 low. And the Outback Wilderness is geared 15.5, but it's also a CVT. So there's that torque converter that is going to be quick to stall. There's this YouTube channel that I really like called Overlanding Now, and they have a Subaru Outback Wilderness. They make excellent content, and in this video, they show the perfect example of a torque converter stalling out. I love that they include this. So make sure to check them out, especially if you are a fan of the Outback Wilderness. I appreciate their honesty. One thing to note about the Outback Wilderness and 2% is they have cooling already built in. That will save you the hassle of having to upgrade. Now, cooling can only do so much. If you want to get to the core of the problem, you have to improve crawl ratio. There aren't too many rear gearing upgrades for all-wheel drive vehicles. So you're kind of stuck, and this is what happens. This Subaru Ascent that is getting winched up this sand dune and also applying light throttle is getting hot.
Oh, wait. Hey, let's take a break. Trans 240.
My heart is set with the soft road. Okay.
No, it's
So
not. You lie.
yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. I just hang out with guys like you that like to go up trails that I probably, yeah. But it's
more places. How's that?
okay. So, what are you using to monitor your transmission temperatures?
So I have a Scangauge 2.
I do too. Hell yeah, dude. It's just right there. I use double-sided tape.
Oh, heck yeah. It just sits.
Oh,
right there.
Nice.
Front and center.
That's
how much do I have?
That's a good place to have it. Okay, so trans temp says 249. You know what? Humor me. You already have your parking brake set.
Yeah.
Pop it into neutral. Let's go see.
See what it does?
Yeah. Now, Bailey, remember how I told you that driving up here before the creek, a Jeep JK Rubicon overheated in 4 high?
Interesting.
Yeah. Oh, no, you didn't. Your radio's not on, so you didn't hear that part.
No, I didn't hear anything.
So I actually. So as you're going up, I was actually talking about how a winch really increases your capability.
Tenfold.
The winch is definitely something that I think a lot of overlanders and people that travel solo should get. I need to get one.
It's saved me.
I need to get one now.
Going up Thomas Mountain before, slid into a ditch. There was no way I was going up or down.
Yeah.
And if I didn't have that, I would have had to make a phone call.
That's true.
So
yeah, I need to get myself a winch. I typically travel with friends, mostly all the time, but it's good to have. And there will be a time where it'll just be my wife and I. Well, if we go on a trip and no one's around, then how long has it been?
About 10 minutes.
10 minutes? Okay.
Yeah.
Let me go check to see what your trans temp is now. 230. Yeah, it is. To be exact, 19, but who's counting?
Yeah.
That's so what do you think? Did that help?
I've actually never noticed it. That was faster than the last time I overheated it.
Okay.
Got it up to 270. I just kind of sat there and parked for a little bit, and it took a while.
Okay. Cool.
So trans cooler though is a definite need.
Yeah, I think.
Going in this year.
Do you know who the Trail Trek is?
Yes, he has the mission mode.
Bailey is a freaking rock star.
You want to pull over? It's not working. What's your trans temp at? Okay. AJ's sending it. There you go. There you go. There you go. All right. Okay, cool. Yeah! Keep going straight, keep going straight. Your rear tire is gonna hit. Nice. Well done, dude.
Perfect. Good drive.
Good driving.
Good drive. Good drive. Right?
Pretty good.
Very nice.
Good line definitely matters.
Just can't expect to get hit in the rocks.
Getting pegged. He's on the wrong line already. He's way off the line.
Hey.
Quick bump. Quick bump. Yeah, they're clear. As long as they don't come tumbling down the hill. Go back, go back. Yep.
Right here?
A little bit more. Right there. Just carry it through. There you go.
Keep going.
Keep going. You stopped again.
I should be able to go. I think I'm stop.
Your front's right by a rock.
You got a wheel chock.
See that? Yeah. That's what you wanted to get over before you stop.
Still gonna bump it. AJ, I'm gonna bump this.
Go back about 8 inches first.
Wait, let me try not.
Okay. You stopped again. Sidewall, watch your sidewall. Good. Whew, sidewall. Whew, sidewall. All right. Cool.
All right, now do it again.
So I hope this episode has you convinced that you need a Scangauge 2 to monitor your transmission temperatures, engine coolant, and other vital temps full time. I don't recommend an OBD2 dongle because they have to be paired, and in the heat of the moment, no pun intended, actually intended, you're not going to be able to get to it. So just have it full time, because even driving around the city in a CVT Subaru is considered severe duty, according to Subaru, and it can bring up your temps to damaging levels.
Where you at?
275.
275 on your engine coolant or your trans?
Trans.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And just an update, Bailey upgraded his transmission cooler with a Mishimoto unit, and it's a wise thing to do. But I recommend monitoring before cooling but do both if you could. Is that where the CVT is?
So CVT's down below. See that little thing right there with the 4 hoses coming out? That would be your transfer heat exchanger.
Okay. Another Instagram account that you should follow is October Joe. He details that in the city, just regular driving, 228 on a CVT temp. And this is in a tropical climate of Hawaii. His engine oil is at 246 and his coolant's at 203 after installing a Hayden transmission cooler and some kind of CVT cooler. He was able to bring his temperatures down quite a bit. So what about the overheating Hondas? For one, the Honda 6-speed is definitely prone to overheating. Its threshold would be similar to a Subaru CVT. The ZF9 IVTM4 equipped Hondas are not prone to overheating. I drove up to Imogene Pass, which is a 13,114 foot peak, and got no higher than 222. Our first generation Honda pilots had to be towed up by our Jeeps, and this is because they almost have half of the crawl ratio as the modern mid-size Honda with a ZF9. Now for the twin clutch rear differential. What does it take to overheat it? Check this out.
There you go, perfect. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Okay, all right. Okay, just a little bit more. Stop. Okay, now stop, John. That's it. There's no way you can. You need more. You need more room. Okay, back up a little bit, a little bit, a little bit. Okay, that's good enough, John. I wouldn't want you going back anymore. You're gonna start seesawing. Yeah. Yeah. So try to tilt your wheels and go forward. You don't think so? Yeah. Straighten your wheels. Straighten your wheels. Yeah. Passenger, driver, 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 driver. Keep going. You got it, man. Woo! Yeah, yeah. Don't lose the box.
So as I made that near impossible climb, my rear diff had the heat warning. After 15 to 20 seconds, it went away. So the best way I could describe the twin clutch rear differential is that if you spin tires all crazy, it will get hot. And here's how the differential fluid looked after I changed it, which is every 15,000 miles according to the Honda severe duty schedule. Shot out a little further than I thought it would. Not as dark as I thought it would be, but there is one single issue I had with the Honda Passport, and that is with the transfer case. At 80,000 miles, mine failed. The severe duty schedule calls for a change every 30,000 miles, but it's apparent that I need to change it at the same time as my rear diff at 15,000 miles. So moving forward, hopefully that fixes the problem, and I've already changed out the fluid with the new transfer case, and I just did a 7,000 mile interval just in case, and it looked real good. So I'm gonna move it up to 15,000 mile intervals and see how it does. But there's also some other technicalities too. It failed after I disconnected my front sway bars. There was a lot of binding happening. It felt like at the axles. It could have been at the transfer case. So that might have caused the issue as well. And oh, there is me kind of wiping down that magnetic drain plug, and you can see, you know, a little metal shearing. Anyways, that is all the time we have for this episode. I know it was very technical. I know this is not my best work, but this was a very important episode for me to make, just so you understand the differences between the two vehicle platforms, and how you could make both platforms last longer. I am here to contribute to the community. So anyways, until next time, I hope you have fun on your adventures.